Hello. Do not adjust your set. It's a little bit different this week. Chris is running a little bit late. Sadly, he's not in his shed because we wanted to do something different this week, and we wanted to kind of set up a kind of live stream live, but sadly he isn't down in Salisbury.
Wait.
He's here. I'm here. He's here. We're vaccinated and he's here.
I'm here.
So hello.
Hello.
I can touch his face. It's great. I can lick it too, but that'll be later.
It's
so how are
nice.
you?
I'm all right. I'm all right. I drove up this morning just for this and a little holiday as well.
Chris is on his holidays and he's still streaming. I mean, seriously, how dedicated is this man?
Super dedicated.
That's really modest.
Yeah.
Really modest.
I
can't wait till next week.
This thing, we've got wireless mic.
I've put it to the side.
You put it what?
Put it to this. Oh, that's not really working.
It's not working, is it? Let's put it. Let's try again.
We're using Rode wireless Go's, and on why they're really good quality.
Let us know if you can hear us, because we're not sure. God, there's somebody on the comments already. Let's see. On. Evening. It's Emma. Emma, can you hear us?
Hello. Emma said hello. Can you hear us?
We know there's a little bit of breakup in the signal. It's because we're trying to do something a bit special. Well, not special, a bit different.
Why is it breaking up? Great.
Because we're using I can't talk about it, can I really?
Yeah, but
what's the problem?
What did you forget?
I didn't bring along in my lead. So we've got a camera mounted up here and we know it looks awful. That's kind of the point.
Yes.
It's going to look terrible until we mess around with it and make it look better.
Now, I say so many times how much I love my A7 III, but one of the problems that I really hate with it, now which Sony would sort out, is the minute you take out the battery, it resets everything. So if you're in the middle of a shoot and you're trying to hot swap, it even resets the white balance. So it looks like this.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're gonna sort out the settings of the camera. We're going to sort out the lighting, and
we're going to make it look epic. That's the challenge. We're going to try and make it look epic. And we haven't really planned anything. We just know what we want to do.
Once again, at the end of this week's stream, and we knew that Chris was coming up here because he literally crashed out of it and went, nope, not telling anyone, because I said I wanted to keep it a secret. Chris had come up with this title, and that's kind of it.
Yeah, that's it. Brilliant. Yeah, we knew roughly what we were going to do. I had an idea, and now we're doing it. We're doing it. So this is the space.
Welcome to the cave, the Musing of a Man cave.
It looks, it looks awful for you. And we're going to go through some of the settings on the camera, and it's going to make it look immediately better.
Okay.
And then we're going to sort out the lighting.
Yeah.
And then we're going to
angle the camera.
Yeah, we might change the angle. At the moment, you can see we've got a little bit of shelf in the video, which we don't want.
I thought that was going to be like, that could have been my brand.
What, shelf?
Edge of a shelf, yeah.
Right. I mean, no.
No, okay.
We're going to make you look damn sexy. And I know that's going to be a
miracle worker.
Right. So should we sort the camera first? Because that's going to make a hell of a difference straight off the bat.
You're able to show the settings, or do you say you're going to look at
we're going to try and show the settings.
You just double check if that's coming through. Okay, Emma said loud and clear. Nick Watkins is back.
Hello, Dad.
Good evening, Daddy Watkins. Hello, lovely to see you.
We made it.
They made it. Did you not give them 3 rings? Got here.
I didn't. I think I did tell them though.
Terrible.
So we should.
Yeah, we're on.
Yeah, we've got some settings now.
Cool, cracking. So I can see up here.
There's only one issue with this, mate.
Why is that?
Well, the settings disappear off the back of the camera when we do this.
Okay, well, you turn that around.
We can work with this.
Okay, so as you can see up here, we're having to shoot at AVC HD. We're not shooting in 4K, but we're still putting out in 1080, so that's absolutely. So forget it up there. Forget about the SD cards. That's no problem at all. We're shooting at autofocus continuous because it's video. We are actually wide for our autofocus. Our face detection is on. We are at 1/50 of the second. We're at f5.0. It says we're 0.3 overexposed. We're at ISO 1250. Nice. I can't see our white balance.
Our white balance.
Incandescent.
Incandescent, yeah. So the first thing I'm going to do is change the white balance.
So let's.
This is my first time ever using an
white
A7
balance,
III.
easy way. I've got a custom. It's C2 on the top.
C2. Let's do that one instead. So there we go. So we're just going to scroll through these and take a look at which one looks best. Auto is not bad. Daylight is kind of what it looks like. Shade, cloudy, awful. All these look. Ooh. That didn't look too bad.
Bear in mind that obviously once you've got your white balance, then you start bringing in your lighting. You might then have to tweak your white balance again. But let's get a good starting point. We've got 6 white kind of bulbs in here. That one's pink.
Brilliant.
That's how it came. So yeah, that looks a tad warm, but still, usable. I'm happy with that.
So the next thing we want to do. Well, I guess we'll bring the aperture down, which I'm hoping is this one, back one. Okay, so we're going to bring that aperture down to let load more light, which is obviously going to overexpose Adam, and then we're going to bring our ISO down. Do you want to tell them why we're going to bring the ISO down?
Yeah, because what ISO does in camera, ISO is effectively exposure adjustment. So what it's actually doing is it's actually adding more light in a fake way. ISO doesn't actually stand for anything at all, just doesn't. But
it did in the old film days, though, didn't
What did it stand for?
No idea.
Brilliant. But it's not ISO, by the way, it's ISO. And yeah, it just brightens everything, but it does it digitally, and you don't want that because then you're just going to bring in artifacting and all that kind of stuff. Better cameras have less artifacting with ISO, but generally, yeah, you want it the lowest ISO you can. So yeah, okay, we're shooting at 25 frames a second, so we want to go for the 180-degree rule. So you double the frame rate, and that's where we get the 1/50 of a second. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, ISO 320, it's not too bad. We're shooting on the A7, so you're not really going to get much noise, even in your dark t-shirt.
Yeah.
I should have worn black. It's much more slimming, isn't it?
And we are... oh, thanks.
You're on the distorted side of the distorted lens, though, so good luck with that.
So we are using... What is this lens? I don't even know. 18mm?
Yeah, this is the Samyang 18mm 2.8. It doesn't actually have that bad a barrel distortion, actually. And to be honest with you, at the moment, that's the lens that lives on my camera when I'm doing gimbal work, because with the A7 III I can punch in to do Super 35, so it gives me 2 lengths, and I can jump in with clear image zoom if I need a little bit more reach. It does degrade a little bit, but yes, that's the Samyang 8mm 2.8.
And we're using that lens to show how busy it is. Let's say busy it is in here.
You just want to show crap.
Yeah, basically. And by the end of it, hopefully, it'll look beautiful. And we're not really going to move anything around in here. We're just going to change the lens, and we're going to add some lighting.
It's all about angles, really, isn't it?
It's all about angles. Yeah, you just move all the crap to one side of the room, and then everything looks much better.
Did you tell me you used to do real estate photography as well?
No.
It must have been someone else. I kind of started life as a real estate photographer. I say real estate because I watched a lot of YouTube tutorials to find out how to do it before I said yes. Yeah, for estate agents. And that's literally, you would spend your life shooting from one corner, putting all the crap behind you, shooting there, then going over to that corner, moving that crap behind you, then shooting there. That's why a house never looks like the pictures when you go around to view it, when you're looking to buy or rent.
Oh, amazing.
Okay.
Should we I'm just going to jump into the studio and see whether we've got any comments
on your beautiful iPad Pro.
On my beautiful iPad.
Chris actually showed his iPad Pro to my wife Emma earlier today, and I think once again you've probably cost me money.
Apologies, but that's my job.
I really want one.
We'll mute that. We're going to stop the camera. My dad is at my house. Amazing. Hello, Dad. Hope you're enjoying.
Is it going through the drawers?
Oh wait, we look all weird.
You've added the iPad.
Oh, do you want to take the iPad off the stream? Right.
Let's get rid of that.
There we go. International Organization for Standardization Film Speed. ISO. There you go.
Did he know that? Did he Google it?
He Googled it, 100%.
Thanks for that, Mr.
Oh, I can still hear myself a little bit, so we're just going to turn that iPad right down.
Yeah, a lot of the issues that we had, which is why we're going a little bit later, is because of the audio, because we kept on just repeating through absolutely everything, which was so much fun. Okay, so...
Oh, wait, one more thing. The wireless transmission system is breaking up a little bit.
It's a cheapy one that I got. Chris has a much better one that he could have brought with him. But if he'd remembered to bring that with him, it would have just remembered to bring a long HDMI lead.
Yeah, which would have been good. And I've got a 10-meter long HDMI lead, which would have been perfect, but I didn't bring it.
Yeah, if you want to know how bad the bend box is, have a little look. Oh no, it's not up there. Have a look at my channel. It's absolutely terrible. But you work with what you've got. So at least we've got good audio.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Hopefully. We don't know. Ooh.
It's not a good shot, is it?
No.
Okay.
Never mind.
Cracking.
Right. So we're going to set a light up first.
Yeah.
Do you want to do light?
Yeah, let's do the light. Yeah. Okay. So I mentioned it on a stream a few weeks back.
Where's
your
my
beer. I was looking for that. Do you want to grab
there it is.
your
I
beer?
found it. There we go.
Okay. So I mentioned this a few weeks back on the stream. In fact, I actually got it out and I think I burned my cornea, but they are back. And this is the ML160. Once again, it's a 60-watt light. I mean, literally, look how small that is.
I'm really impressed with this. I saw this for the first time about an hour ago, and I was like,
in person. Yeah, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. Once again, but remember that it is a size down Bowens mount. So to be able to use a softbox over standard Bowens mount, what we do is we use a cheap 20 quid. 20 quid?
Yeah.
Not bad, that, is it?
Wow.
No?
Wow. It's not bad. It's made by Godox. It's going to last a bit.
It is, absolutely. And it just clamps down into there, and that creates a full-size Bowens. So we're going to put this on, I'm thinking possibly the C stand. Where do you want it coming from? Do you want it where?
Yeah, I want it at a 45-degree angle. And I think if you just wheel yourself forward a little bit.
You want some?
And I reckon that way a little bit.
Hi.
And maybe back a little bit, a touch. That's where I think the end shot is roughly going to be. You might be a little bit further forward.
Okay,
but it's
so we're thinking like possibly somewhere about here for the light?
I reckon.
Cracking, marvellous. Okay. So this, is, incidentally, if you watch stream, this is where that pink light comes from.
Can they see that on there? No.
Yeah.
That's good then.
Brilliant. you can see the effect of the light. Brilliant. Okay.
You can see the effect that you usually see.
You see the effects of the light. Okay, so C stand if you haven't got one, and you ever wanted one, just get a half.
Have you ever put your finger in the hole and then started doing the screw
Don't
up?
do that. Don't do that.
It's really painful.
It's literally like
a dent.
It's like a thumb screw. Brilliant.
Right.
Don't let him play with anything.
I fiddle.
He breaks everything.
Do you want to turn the settings off on the camera? Or do we want to leave them on there until the end?
I
think we should leave them on there.
Yeah, leave them on because you can see when we change stuff as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's the Godox ML150 going on top of the C stand. We're going to leave that at the angle because it might actually help us. Do we leave honeycomb grid on?
Yeah.
Double diffusion.
Yeah, do you know what honeycomb does?
What's that?
Do you know what honeycomb does?
It stops shadow fall off. Stops casting shadow places that you don't want it to.
Kind of. It stops spill.
Spill. Okay. Why? How?
Because it directs the light more.
Oh,
so
okay.
It doesn't come out of the edges from here. I can't really explain it with it up there.
Sorry.
That's all right. You can tell we've prepared massively for this stream.
Yeah, it's a title.
That's all we did. Right. Can we show them the?
Yeah. I'm bringing it around there.
Yeah. So yeah, beautiful, right there. Yeah. So the light comes out in this kind of direction. If you didn't have this softbox on, it would come off over here. So these honeycombs, which aren't quite in the right place, I'll adjust them for Adam just to make it a bit better for him. So the light will come straight in that direction instead of going a whole space. That's what it is. Pretty looking as well, and relative. I keep looking up there because that's where our monitor is, which probably doesn't need to be up there anymore. If any, we are dropping out a little bit, and I apologise if we're dropping out a little bit. And did we change that? That still looks green to me, mate, on that stream. What did we change it to before where it didn't look green?
It's
not quite right. Our white balance isn't quite right yet.
You changed it to shady, did you?
That looks better, doesn't it?
What's that?
I don't know, but it looks better.
Okay.
That is shady, yeah.
You're shady.
You're shady.
It's you.
Thank you very much. So we've got a little remote for our light. God, this lens is very wide.
Thank you.
Is that gonna?
He says that to all the boys.
Let's just press. Yeah, that didn't focus.
No,
never mind. We'll just leave it like that.
Wait, as I said, I haven't got it on wide. I normally have it on zone.
Hey, George and Rachel are watching.
Hey,
We are
George
watching
and
George
Rachel.
and I paused catching up on Love Island for this.
Wow.
I hope you're enjoying it.
I'd go back to IT.
Rachel messaged me literally as we were about to start the stream saying that they've been kicked out of the hotel because there's been a fire alarm. So, Rachel, let me know if you're all right, please. It'd be really happy.
Yeah, that'd be really nice. Thanks.
Whoa, nearly knocked the camera off. That
Really? Did I hit the camera?
You hit the camera,
I think I
yeah.
did.
The camera has moved.
Marvelous.
It doesn't matter because the camera's going to be moving a lot more in a minute.
Okay, cracking. So we are in.
We are in.
Do
Is
we
that
wanna
on?
be-
Shall I turn it up a little bit?
Yeah.
Can we? Do you want to bring it
Where would
back
you
a
like
bit,
it?
just
Back
so
a
they
bit?
can see it? Really. It's on 7% at the minute. 3,300K.
No, it says that on there. It's not. It's daylight balance. It's 5,600.
Why is it so dim?
Let go. Yeah. It only updates once you stop pressing it.
Ah,
It's a dumb remote,
right. Okay.
but it does what you need it to.
That looks not bad. What I'm going to do is, if this works, I'm just going to lift the camera up and show you where that is at the moment. So that isn't really in the right place for Adam. It's not far off. It needs to come towards a little bit and then angle around. That's why I hesitated when you said C-stand. That's not bad. It's not bad at all.
Oh, that's like right above me, isn't it?
That's going to be quite pleasant, I think.
Isn't it? Maybe rotated ever so slightly around like that.
Yeah, so I'll just show you again on this camera. Not bad. Let me just check on the stream. You look a really, really weird color now. So we're going to change that white balance one more time.
Look how good that face tracking is, though. When you're not outputting in 4K, it's still face tracked in video. I love the A7 III, I really do. Better ones or newer ones do face track in 4K. Okay.
So I'm going to bring the ISO down a little bit. That's starting to get there. That doesn't look bad.
Should we kill the rest of the lights in here?
I think it's about time we did that.
Yeah. Door and thingy.
Blind,
and sorry if I'm going to do it anyway. Hey Google, turn off cave lights. If you've got cave lights, well done. You're in the dark now.
Okay.
Oh, that looks quite good, doesn't it?
We're getting somewhere, aren't we?
I'm so glad you've come.
It looks, I mean, it looks all right on the stream. It looks, honestly, it looks much better in person for us. Do you want to tell people why it looks better? It looks better than it. What am I trying to say? It looks a bit crap when it gets to your computer because
of band, because of compression. This is probably going through at least 2 levels of compression because it's going through StreamYard, who we use to stream our live streams, and then YouTube will always compress a video down. If you take a really, really good picture, high quality picture, and then post it to Facebook, sometimes it's not as good as it is on your phone. That's because of the compression for bandwidth and for server space and speed and all that kind of stuff.
Sorry if I'm making loads of noise. I'm moving this microphone again.
It generally does make a lot of noise anyway. So, I mean, it's not much of a difference to real life. You're getting a real life feel here. I really like the look of that. It does look a little bit like I'm being interrogated.
You know, it's weird though.
What's that?
Look at that screen. Looks quite green.
It
Look
does.
at this screen. It looks quite good. So we've got 4 screens going at the minute, and every single of them, it looks different.
Do you get the feel that my screen might need
calibrating? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Do you have one of them?
No, I don't.
I was going to say you could have brought that as well, but it would have just been you'd forgotten. Okay, so
Should we just reiterate? So
yeah,
we've got that up there, which is kind of in the right place. It's not perfect yet, but it's not too bad.
Okay.
So what is the next thing we want to do?
I think incidental. Do we need any kind of incidental lighting?
Not yet.
No? Okay, what do you want to do?
I want to do lens next.
Yeah, this early?
Yeah, I think so.
I can hear audio from your
I
iPad
know.
still.
I'm sorry. I don't know how to turn it off.
I don't know if it's coming back. I mean, it might not be coming back down.
The tab. It doesn't matter.
I don't mind. Okay,
no,
cool.
There we go.
Okay, so
can I get in on this action? Yeah. So the way I like to build my YouTube setup, I'm still all the way off the screen. I'm going to come right here. No, I'll go back. No, it's fine. I don't mind. The way I like to build my YouTube setup is one step at a time. And start with the light that's the most important. So the light that's on you
What's that also known as?
Key light.
A key light. Okay.
Key light. So, but not necessarily just the key light. If you're going to do 3-point lighting, I set that up so it's the most beautiful it can be, and then I'll make sure my settings are dialed in on my camera and make sure I'm really happy with that, and then look pretty with incidentals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Incidentals
or
being
practicals.
Practicals. Did I say incidentals? I'm sorry.
I think they're both. They're called. I think.
Are they?
I think people call them incidentals.
Seriously, one technical term I actually came out with that's actually correct.
Yeah.
Never heard of.
Well,
But yeah,
right.
practicals, incidentals. They're like other lights that don't actually do anything other than dress the scene. Quite often, say in a shoot, you'll have like a practical here, like a warm,
like a lamp.
But then there'll be a warm light here, but that's not actually coming from there. There'll be another light off camera shooting there to give the effect of that, because if it was as bright as it needed to be to reflect on there, it'll be overexposed in the shot. So little things like that. But yeah, I don't think we're there yet, if we're going to get there at all tonight. But yeah, okay, cool.
So we're going to do the lens now. So we're going to really hone in on the look and the style that we want to do.
Okay, so this again is the 18mm. So not only is it
really wide.
The higher the number, the longer the distance. So the further away you need to be from the camera to get in. Are you getting stuck on the floor?
I don't know. I feel like there's like a Mars bar wrapper in a wheel or something.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's not beyond the realms of possibility.
So what we're going to be changing to?
We're changing to our Nifty 50. We've bought these. We both love them. If you're a photographer or videographer, you need a 50mm in your lens bag, and this is the 50mm Sony 1.8. So it's the cheapest, pretty much one of the cheapest in the lineup. So that's literally with no lens on it. And now, as we come in and we kick in, I mean, seriously, it's night and day the difference, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we're still on the shelf. Now we've got a slightly longer focal length. That the camera was actually tilting down a bit, and the longer the focal length, the more obvious it's going to be that the camera's tilting down. So now we're looking
not bad.
That looks really good. Looks
it
nice.
looks awful on that monitor though.
It's the monitor then, isn't it? It's got to be.
Shall I just load up the stream on the iPad just so we can check? Because we're trying to make this look good for you guys.
So we need to be able to reference it. So we're looking at a monitor that's up here, but it's not. We need to double check that the output to you guys, because it's going from there to there and out into the interwebs. We're just trying to make sure that it actually looks at least half decent. At least
look at you on that one.
I literally.
You look like a tomato.
I've been told that before. I think by you.
Oh, look at that! That looks good. I think the stream looks fine.
Yeah. Okay.
It looks a little bit green, and we again apologise for it breaking up a little bit. But
apologies.
Yeah, there's nothing we can do about that. You do look a bit hot and bothered, but you always look a bit hot and bothered. I feel like you need to
even more so because you're here.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
You've got quite a matte skin, haven't you?
Don't know.
Let's have a look.
I think I've just got quite a lot of hair.
Let's have a look.
I'm quite shiny as well, though.
Under the lighting conditions, we're just as shiny. Maybe it's the A7 III. The A7 III makes you look shiny.
We're going to keep working on this.
Okay.
And I think it's gonna get better at it.
Okay.
So the next thing I would be interested in is framing, and actually, I can't use that for framing, but I could use this for framing. So,
do you want a? Are we going to go tripod, or are you literally?
At the moment, this camera is. Tell them where it is.
It's literally on top of a shelf. If you know IKEA, it's a half Billy bookshelf with a coaster underneath, and it's a good height, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think we actually need to.
Yeah, if you had an APS-C camera with a 30mm lens on it, it would be banging.
Just got the APS-C.
Yeah.
Just got a 6300.
Okay.
He cost me more money.
Sorry. Are we happy with the height of that?
How much have I got above my head?
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna adjust the settings, and then I'm gonna turn the settings off for the time being.
Okay.
So we've now got a lens that's gonna shoot 1.8. So I'm gonna bring that right down to 1.8. That's the wrong way. Because we want that super sexy shallow depth of field.
So not only does it let more light in, but the focal plane that it can focus on at any one time gets narrower. So rather than having maybe my face a little bit further back in focus, and then everything else falling off a little bit slower and a little bit later. 1.8 is getting it almost razor sharp. So then everything after me is like, it's just gone because it will blur out because we've gone to 1.8.
Oh, that's getting there, isn't it?
That
is getting there.
Almost like you know what you're doing.
It is.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
look at it on the iPad, mate. That looks nice. We are getting somewhere here.
Not gonna lie, good looking.
Yeah. Well,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Brilliant. The beauty of this is, as well, is with this kind of shot, I can put in a shotgun nice and easy and get it really, really close.
Yeah.
Without showing,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of why you have a shotgun. Obviously, this is my new look, by the way, a Rode wireless Go on my shoulder.
Yeah.
I'm like a audio pirate.
Yeah.
That was funny. Okay, cool. I like that. What's next?
What do you want to do next? I think there's something we could fix really quickly.
Change out the talent.
Yeah. So I think the camera's a little bit low, just a fraction. And I think chair nearly broke.
Sorry.
I think if we move the camera up, then you could go a little bit closer, and fall off would be even nicer.
Okay.
So I spy a box, so I'm going to use it.
Okay.
I'm going to put that on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're going to do rule of thirds. So you're going to try and stay on that. No, not that far. Something like that. Beautiful. Yeah, you are very shiny though. So we're at 1.8 and our settings are pretty dialed in now. So what I'm going to do is bring the brightness of that light down a little bit. Please. Is it a bit bright?
No, it's just I want to look less shiny. Don't forget, it doesn't update until you let. Now, normally I would use zebras to see how well. But
I've never used zebras in my life.
Your eyes are really good. Seriously,
everybody watching the stream is going to burst out laughing at that.
The thing is, I now see how green my monitor is.
Yeah,
never saw that before.
It's really green. It's got a really green cast on it.
I need to get it calibrated, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that looks nice.
Can you reach out to Spider and see if they want a review and then send it to me after?
They don't.
They're terrible.
So I think.
Are we rule of third still? Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah, it's getting there. So,
okay.
What I'd like to do is create Rembrandt lighting on you.
Nice. So Rembrandt, do you want me to talk it through while you're doing it?
Okay,
so
I'm doing all the hard work. You can just spread all the
techniques. So Rembrandt lighting is a classic one light setup. Chris mentioned before about a key light. Then you've got a fill light. You've got negative fill, which is actually creating shadow where it wouldn't be. But using one main key light, the Rembrandt lighting is at the 45-degree angle, what Chris said. And what you're looking for is you're looking for a triangle. And where are you looking for a triangle, Chris?
Just here, under your eye.
Okay.
The problem is, I don't know if we've got enough space to do it, but I would like to try it.
You want to go higher?
So I think we need to go a little bit higher, and we need to go a little bit further back.
Me or the light?
The light.
Oh,
or you come a little bit further. Yeah.
Come round. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want me to lift it up?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know how that light stand works.
Oh, it's a C-stand. You need to, seriously.
I mean, I've got one, but they're all slightly different. And
this is a beautiful one. I love it.
And I think.
Okay.
Does it need to go further or further forward? Further back.
Further back, towards the back of me.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we might be turning the brightness straight back up again after this. It might be a little bit of too big softbox.
It is a large softbox.
Yeah, it's nice though. It's very nice.
Thanks, mate.
Make it sit up more. I know nobody can see this
at
home.
Should we switch to the 50? That way?
You're gonna like that, and then tilt it down a little bit.
Okay. Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, nobody can actually see any of this. This is a shame. I could join the stream on my phone. Yeah, I could show people what's going on.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
If I knew where my phone was. We'll do that really quickly.
By the way, if you're still with us, thank you very much. This is something that we just wanted to play with. So thanks for still being with us. Yeah, that light has never been there before. It's probably why my lighting has always been a little bit dodgy.
Ooh, that's getting there. That is getting there. Look at your little triangle. You have a nice little triangle. The only thing you've lost is
exposure.
No.
What have I lost?
Catch light.
Oh, in my eyes.
In your eyes. I mean, there's a little.
So the catch light is when the light reflects off the actual pupils of the eyes or the glass of the eyes, and you can see the little dots. Also, quite a big giveaway for those who know what they're looking for when they're trying to work out if something's been photoshopped or not, because you can always tell with a catch light if it's in the wrong direction or not. So how's it going?
Yeah, I mean, that's working. I mean, it's still looking at my leg on there at the minute. I mean, it's bad quality. I mean, it is bad, but you can get the idea. That's where the light is now. So how can we fix that catch light? Because I want your catch. I would go for a catch light over Rembrandt.
Okay.
Any day of the week.
Am I going to get any catch light if I up the exposure? Because it still looks a little bit underexposed. Or is the catch light is just going to be gone? Or is it just really, really dim?
Catch light's going to be gone.
Is it?
Because of the placement.
So
you want to bring that light forward.
What if I go back? Do I have to get up again?
Yeah.
God's sake.
Making you work hard for your beer that you bought.
I know. We've only had one. If you're in this quite a lot, you'll know just how many beers we're normally in by now. I can't see a catch light yet. Can you?
It's not bad. There is a little one there. I can see it on you in real life, but it's hard to see it on the
okay,
phone.
So if you can see it in real life,
I'm just gonna end the broadcast. I'm gonna take the phone back off for the minute. I'll leave it running, but I just want to have a look at that. Can I see it in real life? Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah. We've got not a bad.
Yeah.
We've not got a bad little catch light there.
I think there's a delay on the stream, isn't there? Yeah, ever so slightly.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe we could drop it back down a little bit. It's probably almost exactly where it was earlier.
Yeah.
We're going to sacrifice that Rembrandt lighting.
Back there?
Yeah, to get a really nice catch.
Okay. So how would you get both? Would you use a small
lots of playing around? Because I think I managed to get both.
On yours?
On my big softbox, but I move it so all the time just to make sure.
Really?
But on the little one, it's in exactly the right place.
Wow.
Because I've spent a lot of time with it.
Okay.
So we've nearly got Rembrandt and a catch light. You could always put a reflector on this side or here, reflecting up into your eye.
To give what? To give fill?
To give the
catch light?
Yeah.
Could you avoid getting a second catch light? Would that not? Do you not run the risk of getting a second catch light?
Well, yeah, kind of, but it wouldn't look too bad in use if it was just your eyes. Okay, I think that looks quite nice. Again, I think it might not be high enough.
I gotta go up again.
No, camera.
Oh, okay.
I think the camera wants to come up a little tiny bit more.
I have
another special box, which is just a little bit higher. This is all about micro adjustments and what looks best.
Oh, I was thinking putting that on top of the thing, but would that?
No, that's yeah.
Okay.
So I just want something like that. I'm pretty happy with that.
Now, just to give a really good example of what we mean by blurring out the background, you're actually seeing this image twice. You're seeing it in full focus right here, and you're seeing behind me just how much that focus falls off.
Yeah.
By the time we get to how far behind me? You'd say about 4 feet?
Less than that. Three and a half.
So,
and you know what the really nice thing about it is if your desk at the moment, because we've been messing around so much, quite messy.
It's a bit of a mess.
But if you just move a few little bits, like literally, I'm going to move these tripods over here.
Couldn't even tell them the tripods.
I'm going to move these things here, that there. I'm going to move my phone to the left. And we're not looking too bad. And the desk still isn't particularly tidy, but you can really get away with it now.
Yeah. And now if we get rid of the, where we're going for, we're there. If we get rid of the thing in the background and we go to there, so there's nothing else moving behind. Where was that? It was about here?
Yeah. Something like
that.
Yeah.
And now all you then want to do when we're talking about practicals or incidentals, you could run a little RGB around the back of that desk, give you a little bit of a glow, or chuck on a light around, give it a different color. That then gives you that extra, doesn't it?
Yeah. Something that's really nice as well is if you bring up your monitor's a really strange aspect ratio, isn't it?
It is.
So what aspect ratio is it?
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
It's 34 ultra wide, so I know there's 2160 in there somewhere.
21 by 16 YouTube video motion.
It's 6.
Let's just try, see what happens. Sample. Motion was the wrong thing to type in, so I'm going to get rid of motion.
So the thing is, your standard aspect ratio, which is the height to the width, it used to be 4:3, and then big widescreen came, and that was around 16:9, 16:10.
Yeah.
And then 16:9 is what you see as full HD. So it's effectively 10 high for 16 wide. So it's a fraction really. So love those bars.
Yeah,
and obviously, as you can see, where the black bars are, that is the extra width from 16:9. So it's obviously something stupid like 18:9 or 20:9 or not even 9. But yeah, so yeah, a good shout. So you put something slow and moving behind.
Yeah, looks pretty. If you could fill the screen, it would look even better. And then what a really nice touch to be would to match the lighting behind the screen to the visuals that are playing on the screen. So if you made some visuals yourself and then changed it like that.
Yeah, or if you've got the money, like a Philips Hue system or a LifeX that mimics, there's the RGB mimic, isn't there?
Yeah.
So it mimics the colors around the edges. I mean, if you've got that system, you'll know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I've got one.
Does it work well?
No.
Oh, brilliant. So don't get that. Make something yourself, get the hex colors, and then get some RGB lighting and dial in the colors that way.
Yeah.
Looks good, this.
Yeah. So I think we've still got a few more little tweaks that we can make.
Okay. What do you think?
I still think the camera's a little bit low, but I don't think we need to move the camera up. I think we just need to tilt it ever so slightly.
Okay.
So I tried the lens cap when you were talking, which I've now lost.
I think it's underneath the box.
No.
It's underneath the case.
It's not.
Oh, just a lie.
Also,
there's a body cap there.
It's not quite level, so it needs to kind of do that.
We look a little bit like the baddie in Batman. Whenever you remember the old style Batman, and in the baddie's layer, it was always almost at a 45-degree angle.
So that is now picking up that little clamp on the top, which we don't want there either, do we?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to get rid of that.
I'm as high as I can be.
Yeah. Just going to look at it back on this screen for a moment.
I'm glad you came.
Oh, good.
Ooh.
I also
conversation.
I kind of want you to do that.
Okay.
So now we've got that corner, and I quite like the corner of your office, and you could put an uplighter in there or something to accentuate that being a corner.
Yeah.
Or an LED strip or something like that.
Because you've got the definite from the block color to the brick.
Yeah, it might just look nice.
It's not real brick, you know.
Oh, I know. Yeah, doesn't look it. I quite like your microphone.
Thank God it's blurred. That's the Murphac MP10.
I like it,
Mm.
but I want it to look like a microphone. So if I turn it that way,
So that isn't actually there as a prop. That's purely there because I use that where it is normally in the live stream. I also use it for very, very quick scratch voiceover for client work. So yeah, that needs to be there, but obviously things can be placed in a slightly different way to really, yeah, I like that.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. I think it might work even. I think it might even work even better with the that off, because then it's more, because it's so blurred out. It needs that definite line. Maybe, yeah.
Sorry, I'm too fat. No, I prefer it with it on.
Do you?
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna leave it on.
Chris prefers girth.
You know what? I'm gonna prefer it like that, I think.
Okay.
I know it isn't right. It's not how you'd have it.
Yeah.
But it looks better. This is all about the look.
Now, Chris says it's all about these micro adjustments. Now, in his own place, you know how good it looks, but this is him every time sitting down, getting back up, doing it and all that. Whereas this is the best way, just sitting and having Chris moving everything around. It's brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, that looks like a microphone now in the background. Right, so now what we want to do is...
Are we going to give that background any more light? Different light?
What are you thinking?
I
don't know what you've got, so tell me, what have we got to play with?
I'm thinking the RGB panel that's literally already up there.
Yeah.
I'm thinking there's barn doors on it, as you can see. It's already got a level of diffusion. We could take that right down, but just give almost like a kiss of color. If we could pick out, if we're in this pink, if we could pick out that pink or even the darker blue, is that like an aquamarine there? That might be quite nice to almost like give a wash. Do you think?
Yeah.
It's me getting up now, isn't it? Why? What are you thinking? So this is kind of how Chris and my conversations always go. If you're brand new, I know we say this every week, kind of, but this is kind of how we came to the live stream. Yeah, come back in.
I've been in it for ages.
This is how we kind of came to the live stream. We were on Zoom calls, getting drunk all the way through lockdown. In fact, we were talking to Emma, my wife, just before she went out, and we started our friendship online.
Today's the first time we've ever met.
In real life.
In real life.
Like
you can touch me.
Look, he's there. Yeah. It tastes just as good as I thought it would. Taste or touch? That's a bit of a Freudian. But yeah, so this is the kind of thing that we all talk about. And the amount of times our conversations have stilted because Chris has gone, yeah, but... So what? So
if you're gonna, that light's powerful and it's big and it produces a lot of light. No, this one.
Yeah.
For an RGB light.
Yeah.
So when you turn it on, it affects everything. Even with the barn doors on and diffusion, it affects everything. So I would start with things that are smaller. What have we got? What are we talking? Oh God, I nearly broke everything.
Look at the red and black bag.
Red and black bag. I forgot. Yeah,
that's the Ep07 Mini 2.
Is this RGB? Okay, let's turn it on.
Is that the kind of thing you're thinking about?
Yeah. If you're going to use it,
I've got a bigger one.
No, this is fine. But if you're going to use it, then start small and get bigger.
Right. Okay.
Don't start big because that'll affect.
Now the size of that is like that, whereas the panel that I've just told Chris about, which he's bringing in, if he brought into shot so we could see.
Sorry, there you go.
Is that? Yeah, I mean, so it's a lot. But what's wrong?
I can't make it work.
Brilliant. Yeah. So what we? Okay. So there's your. If we're going to
go for that pink or that blue.
Okay, so with we're going to go for HSI, and how are you doing for time, Chris?
We are. I think we've got about 10 minutes left.
Okay.
10, 15 minutes.
So I'm just going to. How's that for that pink?
Wrong. I mean, that will work. I think purpley. That's better. That'll do. Yeah, that'll do.
318 degrees if you're following along on the HSI scale. You've got up and down on the jog for exposure.
Brightness.
Thank you. We don't... the amount of times I say exposure, and I mean brightness. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the beauty about that is that that's charged with a USB Type-C. So if that was to forever live there, I could just hook up some kind of USB Type-C cable into maybe even a spare USB port on the computer. I'm purposely not looking because I want the shock, and just leave that there, so it would just always be there. And obviously, I knew that Chris, once he sat down, would back up and go and twiddle with things. And
oh, it's magnetic.
It is, yeah. It's got.
That's clever. I thought something was on fire a minute ago. That's a great little piece of kit. The only thing I don't like is this pink up here, this spill. So I'm trying to get rid of that spill.
Okay, you talk to them.
Yeah.
As you were.
So also, in a minute, I'm probably going to get Adam to move again. And I'm going to get him to move all this lighting around as well. God, I look hot and sweaty. So Adam, the moment, is about here. I'm taller than Adam, so that's all right. but I think we're going to end up somewhere about here.
Yeah, I can't find it.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for the F7, the F7 II, which is like double the size of that. But do we want bigger?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
I just want to stop that spill.
How did you do that?
How did I stop the spill?
Did you turn it towards the wall?
I haven't stopped it yet. It's still there. But I
He's doing a
am.
great job of it, then, is he? I've gone up there to change the spill and put down the spill. So how would you cut down the spill? Because that's effectively a light source that's then turned on its back. Bearing in mind that we can't see the underside of the shelf that's actually out of shot up there.
Yeah. So it is just on the
So
monitor arm.
You're trying to get it off the wall.
Off the wall.
The white wall.
The white wall.
On this side.
Because we might put a different colour on that.
So what Chris is effectively doing is he's going in with a piece of paper and treating it like a barn door. So on a lot of lights, a lot of different types of lights, you've got little flaps either side. At the top, if you remember the old Hollywood big lights, you normally saw them around and they had these little flaps and they're called barn doors, and that's where you can kind of cut out light going from a certain angle. That's good. Still got a little bit of a spill.
Yeah, I mean, if I spent more time on it, then that would be fine.
That's nice.
So what I want to do, I just tested it whilst you were fannying.
Fannying. Oh, that's nice.
This is really heavy.
Yeah, it's quite a heavy stand, isn't it?
Okay, look at the camera for me. Yeah, see, we're starting to get somewhere really nice now.
I like that, Chris.
Yeah, I knew you would. So now we've done that little light, I think it is time to play with the big one. Okay. So this one.
Okay.
So
you want power to that?
Should we?
Oh, hold on. We've got a spare. Have we got a spare? We didn't use. Did we use both the NPF batteries? We did, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cracking.
I don't think this is looking too bad. You know what would be really nice if you had some little accent daylight or warm LEDs around your speakers. That would make it look awesome as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I've done that before and it was really good.
You're going to send me a link to Amazon now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah. Okay. So, do you want it up here or do you want this on a?
Let's leave it up there.
Okay. Yeah. So this is the this is one from a kit of 3. This is from Niwa.
You got 3 of them, have you?
Yeah, there's 3 of them. I used a few of them for professionals, so I don't exactly want to rig them and then really like it, and then I have to buy more. So I've sacrificed one from the company that I can use. Yeah. So there we go. That's
okay, I want that one blue.
Okay, of course you do.
And I want to try. I mean, I love how it's adjusting the set. Shall I sit back in the hot seat so we can see? I am taller. Where am I going? This way. So we're getting some. Like if you think about how this looked at the beginning, I think how far we've got in just an hour of playing around. I shouldn't be really wearing sunglasses because it's nighttime. I look like I've been dragged through edge backwards.
I wear my sunglasses. What kind of blue are we looking?
I want to go a nice rich blue. Yeah, like that.
Okay.
And then, I mean, that's not looking too bad, is it?
I love the fact, if you look there, you look back around there, if I kill that light now, you see how much, you stay still there, you see how much of the pink is spilling up.
Yeah.
But because there's bits here that's spilling, rather than the say the hot spot of the light, the minute that blue comes in, it's almost like, well, it's just like light painting. So you get a gradient going across where the blue overpowers the pink, and where it's closer to the light source, the pink overpowers the blue. So you get that gradient going through. That's really nice, that, Chris.
Yeah.
It's almost like you know what you're doing.
I'm looking at this now. Do I still have that catch light? You sit there for me. And you sit back in the hot seat.
I feel like I do mastermind. Have we got a catch light?
You're still a little bit low, look. Is the seat going any lower? No, that's too low.
Hi. How's it going?
That's too low. That's nice. There's a couple of different looks that you could try with this. So we've got it at the moment. Remember where it is. It's pointing at the monitor, basically.
Or the actual RGB.
Yeah.
So the RGB panel that's up on a ceiling mount, and it's got the barn doors quite closed off there. Okay, yeah. So you put it.
That. I've just angled it down just a little bit.
Yeah,
it's had that much of an effect on it.
Wow. So now it's more towards the floor than the wall, so you're getting much less spill on the wall.
That's what it was.
That's what it was.
That's what it is now. So actually, I think it's part of the barn door is actually covering it just in this area here.
Okay.
Can you see my hand?
No, you're just out of shot.
This area here.
I see that. I see that now that you've pointed it out. It's almost like a
harsher gradient. You see it moving?
I can, yeah.
So that's
where it's seeping through
the gap in the barn doors.
It's really annoying, isn't it, that?
Yeah.
The barn doors aren't flush to the light source, so they kind of sit off a little bit, so there's a spill out there. So it doesn't matter how much you close off, light still gets through this little gap. It's really frustrating.
Can I rotate this light?
Which way?
Yeah.
Which way?
I want to spin it towards your head. Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
So now I'm
aiming towards the back of
your head.
So now what this is called is it's called a hair light or a rim light.
Yeah.
And what that does is by lighting up the back and kind of bringing a little bit of light around the sides, that gives you even more separation from the background. Because as you can see, the background is dark compared to the stronger light source. Makes my hair look really glistening as well.
Yeah. I don't like that as much. So, I mean, I liked it how it was.
The initial.
No, I liked it about
there. And what you could do, if this was a cob light instead of a panel, is you could put
Fresnel.
No, a gobo on it, and then you could have something across, like you know how Caleb does.
Yeah,
he puts
it makes it look like a window. Like a window.
Yeah.
So a gobo literally does. It's almost like it does what the honeycomb does, but right up against the light. So rather than say you've got a gobo which is lines, if you've got it right up against the light and shine it, it can look like bars in from a prison. But yeah, I kind of feel like I'm the only one doing this stream tonight.
Oh, that's good. I like being behind the scenes.
It's making really, it look good. Oh, do you know what? I really like that.
Yeah.
That's taken how long?
Less than an hour. I think there's one more thing we could try. I mean, it might not look any good.
Okay.
You've got another cob light, haven't you?
I have. VL150.
Right.
What do you want on it? Because I don't know what
Nothing.
The huge. Okay. No, you want it a naked cob light?
Yes, please.
Okay, so you saw the ML60, which is the smaller of the two. I have the VL150, which in comparison is huge. It's very powerful. So, I see where he's going with this. So remember when I was talking about the rim light before and we're doing a little bit of a color? You're going to try and shoot the back of my head, aren't you?
Only on minimum brightness.
Okay.
Just to see what it looks like. It might look terrible. I'd like to try something else as well in a second.
Okay.
But we can. If it doesn't work in one way, it'll definitely work in the way.
Okay. So the reason why I would quite often I go for the ML160 over the VL150 is because the VL150, just like the Aperture 120D, requires an external controller, which uses 4-pin XLR, and you can chuck that on. Oh no, you keep that in hand if you want, so you can adjust. And let me just give you your power. I've got a power over here, so you drop that, and then you can have it. Emma normally spends her time underneath here plugging and unplugging her phone charger and laptop charger, and I always say, I'm going to reroute it and put it up there, and I never do because I'm an awful husband. So do you want me back in position, as it were?
Yeah.
Well, hello.
Whoa.
Hello.
So that
as
is.
I said, it's 150 watts, and that's without any diffusion. You saw how much I was getting lit, and if you imagine that's a corner, so we have an opposite corner on 180 degrees. And that's how much light was just literally bouncing off that wall and coming straight back into me. They're so powerful, of these lights. They're an LED chip. That's why I said to Chris, what about the diffusion? Because with cob lights, if it's going to be anywhere near in shot, you're going to want to diffuse it. But he's been very clever with this because he's taken it really, really down with the output, and he's putting it off axis, and he's actually going to angle it towards the back of my head.
I'm actually not.
But is he not? Are you using it as a practical?
Yeah. Not bad. I mean, what I was thinking was trying to hide it behind your head.
Yeah.
Like that. Is that hidden?
Yeah.
Okay, and then bringing it down.
Can we see what that's doing though? Because it's not really clear straight off.
Yeah, okay, so if we turn, how do we turn this off?
Oh,
I've got it. Here you go. And we'll turn that off. You see, that is the effect that it's having, just that little outline of your shoulders.
that's really, I know I say it quite a lot on my channel, but we say it quite a bit in the stream, and it really is. It's the little things. Now look how much exposed my face is, and there's no light in front of it, and that's how the light is. It's literally, yeah, okay, some of it is reflecting around, but it just wraps around the face and just boom. So now you can see. Are you taking that down a bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can afford to. That's brilliant. So we then bring down the key light. I actually look at that wall and it looks like I'm doing a shadow puppet. But again, we have that offsetting from the background. That's lovely. Oh. Hi, welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris Watkins. I'm a photographer, videographer, and YouTuber. Mate.
Not bad, eh?
Yeah.
I think I prefer it as a practical.
Did you?
Yeah, I think so. I prefer it.
But again, now we've kind of
just there,
because we've dialed it in. It's now really, it's a personal choice now, because you can't have everything. You could, but you can't. You don't really want each and everything in making it like gobos but now it's all about a personal choice. It's about an artistic choice and deciding what you want. The thing is, if I then adopt this view, this angle, this setup in my channel, and I don't have that as a practical, I use it as something else, Chris is going to get really upset. Mate, I really like it.
Yeah, I do too.
You happy with that?
Yeah.
Now, is it my eyes?
Yeah.
And it's quite often it can be, but am I underexposed? Or do I work a lot in beauty, so generally everything has to be proper, not even properly exposed, it's almost overexposed.
Yeah,
because everything's got to be bright. So I've kind of I've got my eyes to the point where everything has to be bright. Not that I noticed that everything isn't green, but I mean, you know, got to learn.
I don't think it looks overexposed.
No,
you don't look shiny. Well, you do a little bit, but not. I think that looks bang on. But I don't use histograms. I don't use anything. I use my eye and the monitor and hope I get it right, basically. But if the monitor's crap, then I struggle. But I'm watching it on an iPad and I'm thinking that looks pretty good. The only thing I'd say is we went down with your seat.
Yeah.
I want you to go back up a little bit.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just waiting for the stream to catch up before I go. Yeah. And if you shift to the ever so slightly to your right, not too much. Yeah, something like that. I mean, that's a beautiful setup. And yeah, it's taken us an hour. It's an hour exactly. We started the stream an hour ago and we're now at this point. So that's how quickly and how easily you can set up a YouTube studio. And it doesn't, to be honest, it hasn't cost a lot of money to do this.
No, do you know what? It actually, thinking about, no, it doesn't. Well, actually, no. That it's crazy that incidental light, which is mainly being used as a practical, is the most expensive thing in this kit.
Yeah. So that is completely optional.
Yeah, completely.
You don't need that. It's just to add an extra layer of prettiness.
Yes.
But you could get this same look on an APS-C camera with a 13mm lens, 100 quid. softbox and light combo, and it comes with a stand, and then you just need a couple of RGB lights.
So if you're staying on the 100 quid combo thing, you'd be looking more at the SL60W, but not the ML60, because that on its own, without the diffusion, you're talking around the 200 quid mark, maybe the 240 quid mark.
Yeah.
So yeah, but you could still get this effect with the SL60W, and actually maybe a slightly smaller softbox.
Yeah, if you had that corner lit up, I'd like that a lot. If you had that corner up
With what?
an LED strip, something that accents the corner.
Oh, got you. So like the LifeX strips or the Hue strips.
Yeah, but
Straight
just
up.
warm light would just look lush.
Oh, okay. So like a cheap RGB strip from Amazon.
Yeah.
Just to what? Just to really kind of nail home the difference of the.
Yeah, and we
I keep moving. Sorry.
It's okay. We literally plonked the camera on that shelf, and we haven't really adjusted the position of that camera, have we?
No, we
plonked it there.
It was plonked to begin with when we started to test sound and angle. Well, not even angles, just framing a little bit. But you see, that's the beauty of being able to use a box rather than a tripod. You can just move around the box. That gives it just that little bit more as well, isn't? Yeah.
I like it could be a little bit further back, and then have you even closer. Like the closer you get to it, the more that shadow, that drop off.
Oh wow! Look at that. There's me there. So my face is tracking my face. So the focal point is my face. So if I come back here, this is all coming more in focus because it's closer to me being the focal point. But watch how much. I've never actually seen this in real time. But watch how much that blurs out as I come forward. I mean, that just highlights depth of field right there. So yeah, exactly what Chris is saying. If I move the camera back so I had the same distance between me and the camera, but then us as a collective moved further away from there, that would get even more and more blurred out, which is quite often the look you want to go with. It just looks nice. Done well there.
Yeah, it does look nice.
You need to get back on camera because people need to see just how much of a big smiley face you've got. Happy with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I look like a bum. I look really tired. Budge over a bit more. I'm coming in. There we go.
Oh, was
Stop looking at the camera. Let's look at the camera, not
the
other
odd
thing.
couple.
I don't know who they are.
It's probably best.
I'm too young, probably.
What are we doing next week?
I don't know. I probably won't be here though.
Here?
Yeah.
Or on the stream?
I'll be on the stream, but I won't be in this seat.
You'll be back home?
I'll probably be not here.
Promise?
Right, hold on. We've got to prepare to leave because we're not ready for it to end. Hold on. Just you entertain now.
Oh,
Stop looking at me. Entertain.
Stop looking at the man behind the thing. It's been really, really nice to have Chris here. I hate really, really nice. It's been an
You say really so much. Do you really?
Do you really say that a real lot?
Yeah.
It's laziness, isn't it?
You always say really, really.
Really, really.
Really, really.
Really annoys me that.
Yeah.
Really, really annoys me.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
you do. Yeah.
It's been an absolute pleasure having Chris
It's
here.
been lovely to visit, even though I did drive for 4 hours this morning to get here. It was worth it.
You've said that more than one time now.
It was a long drive.
Me think you just protest too.
Oh, well.
Cracking. Hopefully, when I go down to his, I won't be as moany about driving. Am I coming to yours?
Yeah, if you want.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Even after meeting?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Said it on the stream now. It's got to be. I thought you were going to make a thing. Anyway, guys, it's been lovely. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Pleasure.
I hope to see all your YouTube videos like this now because they look banging.
Oh, it takes pain to set up, doesn't it?
You'll just leave it set up.
What should I say to my clients that I can't shoot for them? Sorry, I can't shoot for you.
Busy. Got all my kit rigged.
If you want to buy me more kit.
I'll come and shoot it on my iPhone.
With no lighting. Guys, thank you so much for watching. We've got no idea what is next week, but it will. I can't promise it'll be as epic as this. No. This
has been good fun.
Really good fun.
Yeah.
However, we've got 12 beers in and we've only had one each.
Yeah, we need to get drinking.
Really do.
Night.
See you later.